I'm Shawn Cornelius. Welcome to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius, where we sit down and we have a wonderful time conversating about things. This is a no judgmental zone. We talk about love, we talk about romance, we talk about intimacy, we talk about things that are going on, whatever's on your mind. But it's just a very relaxed adult type of mood. And tonight is the first night that I have a guest with me, as I was saying a little earlier. This brother I met a few years back on the music circuit, and he is one of the most awesome drummers, singers, songwriters, producers, and just all around good dudes, good people. So I want to bring him in right now, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Harvey Morris. Harvey, all right, now you got to put your volume up.
No, I got you. I'm on. I'm on.
There you go. Wonderful. Thank you, Mike. Now, Harv, I'm going to be talking to people back and forth over here on Facebook as well because we're streaming live on Facebook. So I'll take a second to go back and forth. So let me cut Whitney off. This is just the mood that I set for After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. And so I'm glad, first of all, thank you so much, man, for coming and hanging out tonight with me. I appreciate you.
No problem, my brother. I really enjoy it. In fact, I should have remembered the lights because I have lights and everything. I should have just, brought them all in, so it can match the mood, bro. You know what I'm talking about.
Right. Well, listen, next time I bring you on, which there'll be a next time, you can kind of equalize it. But listen, After Dark is After Dark. So your mood is dark. It's wonderful. It's mellow. It is what it is. So we're going to enjoy this. And good evening, Sonia. Good evening, Denise. Good evening, Shell. Good evening, Mike. Hello, Stephanie. We got almost 10 people over there watching on Facebook. Harv, man, like I was saying in the beginning, I wanted you on, man, because we are brothers in music. We're brothers in God and brothers in Christ. We're friends, and we're both very we like to support each other.
Yes.
And this is one of the things. You are the first guest that I'm having on this format for After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. Usually it's just me and a bunch of people. There's usually a lot of ladies that pop in and share their communication. But tonight, this is new. And I thank you again, man, for being here.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having me, man. If I knew it was so dark like this, I'd have changed my shirt. I'd have put on a lighter shirt.
Yeah, I was wondering why, you might have been in that dark and, had a dark shirt on. But, hey, I thought it was sexy mode. I can't knock a brother for trying to be sexy.
Hey, listen, man, I want people to see more than just my teeth. But, in fact, if you can give me 1 second, I think I can solve that. 1 second. That's all I need.
You go and do your thing. I'll go over to doing what I do, and I'll take care of my business and talk to the people. So again, man, Harv and I are gonna get into a lot of wonderful conversations about music, about relationships, about things, and we're just gonna have a good time, like I normally have a good time with it. So there you go, brother. That looks a whole lot better.
Much better. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. Now the people can see you. Let me start off like this, man, because again, this is After Dark. And again, we usually go into I usually read pieces out of my book, but since I have a guest, let's start off really quickly, about who Harvey Morris is, because I know you as a musician, a God of Christ, but let the people know who Harvey is.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm a child of the Most High Yahweh. Child of the Most High God, that's first and foremost. Secondly, I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, I'm a musician, I'm an actor, I'm a singer. I love loving, I love, respecting, I love supporting my brothers. I'm a significant other to a significant lady. And I'm really appreciating what she is. She supports me in everything that I do. And man, I just love the Lord. And you know what, my brother? I love you, man. I love you and I respect you for what you do. You doing your thing, and I've seen a couple of shows that you've done. And I'm very, very, very proud of you. And I'm so honored that you would have me on your show. And I'm honored that you allow me to support you in the way that you do. So thank you.
Hey man, I appreciate that. There's nothing but love that's going to come right back at you. We talk about it when we do have our conversations and we're able to communicate. It says love right back at you, man. I like what you
Thank
said
you.
about the significant other to a significant lady. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. See, ladies, there are men still around that know how to talk about their significant others and give them compliments, which is very important. I just got off the show, the Sugar and Spice show, where we got into conversations.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, you
You
are
did.
there? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So we kind of so this show basically we get a little bit deeper. It doesn't have to go crazy. So you said something very important, and we'll jump into the other stuff. But so you are involved,
Yes, sir.
and you have a wonderful lady, a significant other,
Yes, sir.
and that's a beautiful thing that you bring her in. What are some of Harvey Morris's rules or standards or morals for relationships? Because a lot of women, Harv, out here who have been through it, some of them don't really believe that there are good men like we believe there are good women, because you found one.
Yes,
um,
yes, sir.
as far as just, I guess, again, being older and being mature on things. So what makes you value this woman so much?
First of all, she's conservative. She's honorable. She's respectful. Um,
uh,
she doesn't fit into the norm, and I appreciate that. She is her own lady. You know, uh, she believes in equality of life, and I mean, there's just so many other things. She's a child of God.
right.
But what's more important is that we can communicate. I'm a talker. She's a talker, and we love to communicate together. And we send and we receive. It's not a situation where one of us is doing all the talking and the other one is doing all the listening. We're both are speaking. We both are listening. We both acknowledge each other in our communication. Um, Love, man. The thing that I appreciate about her, she loves herself
Right.
and not in a selfish way. She loves herself, and I tell you, man, self-love is so important because until you learn to love yourself, it becomes very challenging to love somebody else.
There's
I
no
mean,
way you can do it. There's no way. And I say that all the time when people ask me, as the romantic funny man, what's the most important thing about love? And the most important thing is about loving yourself. How are you going to ever figure out how to love somebody else? You don't even know how to love yourself. You know,
right, right.
there's so many things that will be missing in that situation. So what you said is very important as far as her, and you are obviously knowing how to love yourself, and you go through these experiences which cause you, or which should cause you, because people are going to tell you that, but until you go through some things where you're like, oh, listen, a relationship most of the time will cause you to possibly sit back and say, listen, all right, me first, then this person. Because my daddy used to tell me, Harv, you have to be selfish to self-preserve.
Well, I agree. I have another take on that because I love to give to my sweetie. I love to share with her, but I don't have any reservations with sharing with her because she shares with me. It's one thing to give, but we also love to receive. Man, I don't want to get real deep and long because we can go long and deep in this situation. But
Say what you got to say, brother. I'll give you the
well,
second.
okay, got you. Okay, so now, for the ladies that are listening, I think that's what's important is that you understand who you are, because if you don't know how to make yourself happy, you won't be able to identify when someone is doing what they can to help you to become happy. Nobody can make you happy. Nobody's responsible for your happiness.
Right,
You are
right.
responsible for your happiness,
Exactly,
but
exactly.
they can add to the happiness that you have for yourself. Now, when you learn to love yourself, then that means that you're learning to be patient with yourself. You're learning to take the time to identify the things that make you happy. And when you learn to do these things, you then, over time, I believe, will learn to become selfless, meaning that you give your mate the same thing that you expect. And I think that's very, very, very important. Now, here's the thing. If you don't trust yourself, you're not going to trust your mate. And here's the other thing. A lot of times people say, well, what is trust? Well, do you respect yourself? Are you on time to yourself? On time for yourself? Do you do the things that uh, um, require that you hold yourself at a high esteem? I'm not talking about being arrogant. I'm talking about in a high esteem of love and care and nurturing. If you don't know how to love and care for yourself, you can't nurture. How could you possibly nurture somebody else? Because you don't know what good nurturing and good loving feels like.
And
Feel me?
again, right, when we say, and you're saying all that, when you're communicating that, it is selfish, but it's not in a negative way. Because
Right,
again, you have to build and have a solid foundation of you before you
right,
can do and be something or someone for someone else.
right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Whether
That's right.
we're talking about relationships, but it could be for your family. You
I
understand?
agree. I
It,
agree.
it has to be an understanding, like you said, of you getting within yourself, being within yourself, maybe being by yourself before you're
Right,
able to get with someone and go, now I know how to do it right. I can take care of this. Like you said, no arrogance, still being very humble about who you are, but still knowing I got to I got to have myself together because I'm never going to be able to provide for this person. I'm never going to be able to give this person not just the materialistic things, but
right.
your emotional things,
The emotional things.
your mental things,
That's
your
right.
spiritual things.
That's right.
So when see, there's so much that we don't tend to communicate on now in relationships, and like I love to listen to women. I love to hear them talk. I was raised in a household with five of them.
Hey
You know,
man, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
so I know how to listen to a woman. I know how to shut them off too. You know, I know how to shut myself. But being in that scenario, growing up in that household with four sisters and a mom, and then my aunts and those kind of things, I learned. And this is what really helps me today, especially when women start saying, "Wow, you're different." No, I'm not different. I'm not that different. I mean, I've come up in a different type of situation where I just listened, you
Right.
know, and I
Right.
learned how to listen, but I'm not different. There are a lot of brothers out there who have the same thought process, and you're one of them. And as you get older, you're one of the ones that when you made your mistakes going in relationships, you learn
Right.
from those mistakes.
Right. You know,
And
brother Shawn, I want to say something. I want to add to that. You know, it's very interesting because I've come across, unfortunately, I've come across some really nice ladies that could not appreciate the softness and gentleness of a man. Just because we tend to be gentle and nurturing does not make us any less of a man, number
Mhm.
one. And doesn't mean that we have to be mean. We don't have to be abusive. You know, I know for me, there was a time when, you know, I was out there, you know, and I didn't like that because I didn't like the pain and suffering that I was putting those ladies through. You know,
Right.
as brothers growing up, you know, we learn it's not about the quality of women, it's about the quantity of women that we have in our lives. And in that learned behavior, we don't take the time to pay attention to the emotions and the feelings of them sisters that we hurt along the way. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that we understand that. It's important that we understand that when we are sowing our lawns, if you will, the emotions and the hurt and the pain and the suffering that we put in some of those sisters through when we're in our process.
You know what's so funny that you said that because that was a piece of, or partially what we spoke about on the Sugar and Spice show about a young lady who put on Facebook, on social media, basically about what you're saying, but in the reverse, that men don't realize. But in my conversation with the other ladies, some men do. But like you said, it's very important to try to understand what the position is or what the mental of that female is in, because we talked about how much people were putting in on a percentage of who's put in this much, and when the relationship is over, that person that put in that higher percentage is going to feel a higher percentage of the hurt and pain. The
That's
one
right.
who hasn't is going to be able to walk away from it kind of easily, or easier, not maybe easily, because they may feel something too. But if you put in 75%, I put in 25%, when we're done, that 75% is going to become that cycle of, wow, he left me.
Pain and suffering and I don't want to say it this way, but I have to say it this way. You know, as men, sometimes what we don't realize is that when you put a sister through that pain, you have to allow her to work through that pain. The same way you manned up and you laid with her is the same way you got to man up and deal with her when she's going through her process of leaving your ass alone. And that's real.
And I'm going to take the other side of it because you're correct, but I do have to talk about the brothers too.
Okay, come on.
Because it's so valid what you're saying, but like what you just brought up a few minutes ago about a man, like some people look at it being soft.
Right.
That man could be going through the same thing because we basically all have the same makeup. We have emotions. So just because a man is not showing you he's going through it doesn't mean he's not going through it. So you have to respect that factor as well, because the man could be 75% and the woman could be 25% putting in. And then when the breakup happens, now the man is all caught up.
I agree.
Having an issue. But that's across the board. So yes, that's very important. And I appreciate you bringing that because, man, listen, this relationship game and this love game is tough. It's not.
You know what? You know what makes it tough for me? We don't pay attention to the psychological profile of the individual that we are entertaining, and they don't pay attention to the psychological profile of us.
Yeah, because honestly, let me put it out there like that. Some people ain't got no time for that. They ain't trying to focus on that. They just
you in the wrong, right? You in the relationship, right? You in the relationship for the wrong. Excuse me. You're in the relationship for the wrong reason.
Harv, I said it, brother. I said it and I continue to say it with a lot of things. You have to be a student of what you're doing. So just because, like at your job, you have to learn your job. You got to be 100% into your job. With your family, you got to be 100% into your family. With a relationship, you got to be 100% into that relationship. And that means being a student of it. Like you said, get into the psychological, get into the wants and needs, get into the conversations, get into the, don't just treat it as it's just a relationship. We're going to eat, we're going to sleep, we're going to go out, we're going to sex, we're going to do this. But no, it's deeper than that when you're looking to go further with someone. Some people are not looking to go far, but that's good because that's what they want. If you're looking to have something that develops and go deeper, you have to go psychological. You have to go spiritual. You have to go emotional. You have to go financial. You got to put everything in. But again, we know sometimes there's such that unequal, there's no balance because one person just wants this, first base, second base, and the other person wants 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, here's the thing. Let me ask you a question. Why do you think a sister would only want 1 and 2? I mean, I have the answer, but why do you think?
Would they? Because some women that I've known, they don't want to experience the hurt, whatever they've dealt with in the past. They're blocking themselves from that. They're not going to expose their emotions because they still haven't possibly healed, or they believe that all men are just the way they are and are going to do the same thing. It's a pattern. So they don't want to invest. They don't want to invest those emotions. You know, that's what that wall is about. That's what that brick wall is. I'm only going to go so far, Harvey, because I've been hurt before. Harvey wasn't there to hurt you, though, but that's the conversation you get.
Well, but see, now here's the interesting thing about that. How could you possibly, and this is one of the things that I learned, because I had to go through a lot of therapy, and I'm not ashamed to say therapy has helped me and saved my life. But one of the things that I learned in therapy and a couple of books that I read is that you cannot expect to enjoy the fullness of love without expecting to go through the challenges that love presents.
Right.
You understand? But now, again, it goes back to, dealing with the right kind of people. I have this motto. If you ain't willing to deal with the personality, don't deal with the poom or the penis.
Brother, again, be a student. You have to put in work. You have to. I hear what you're saying. You gotta put in the work, and you're right though. You're so right, because some people now, when you get older, I can be honestly and say I'm a witness to it. And I think about it sometimes. The bottom line is, I would love to be in something, but I don't want to deal with the extra. I'm at the age right now where I know it all comes together. It all comes in the package. But when you have a peaceful, quiet home, you don't have to answer to nobody. You don't have to be questioned by nobody. You don't have to worry about none of that stuff. And it's just so peaceful. You get comfortable with that. And I was talking to a young lady last week who said the same thing. She's afraid that she's going to get so comfortable with this style that she's living, that she'll be blocking herself from something special. And I said, see, at least you recognize that. I want to say hello to Shayna really quick and Francisco over on Facebook, D Rowe, Lisa. They all are chiming in, Darla, Stephanie, and they're watching about 8 to 10 people over on Facebook. So we're going to keep this going for about another 8 minutes. Then we're going to have some fun. We're going
All
to talk
right, sounds good.
but
Sounds good.
this, I like to do this format, and you said you watched me before. I like to entertain. I love entertaining, but I love even more. I'm in love with educating.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
want
sir.
to share the things that people shared with me, again, on a very humble level. That's why I like this platform, being able to talk and just kind of not talk, but so much, get someone else, who other people who are experienced. Because the last way I was doing it, Harv, it was just me communicating. And I was,
Yeah, I remember. I see you.
yes, I was reading off comments, and people were saying some very important things that I wanted people to verbalize on and expand on, so that other people could be, understanding of stuff. So this is one of the reasons why I jumped to this format, and it's a great opportunity to have a man, because another brother. All of these shows, which I don't mind being the only dude in the building with about 20 females. You understand what I'm saying? I don't mind that. I'll be a little selfish on that level. But I
Uh,
always need to hear and have my brothers voice their opinions, because women have some very serious situations that they want to discuss with men. Not just my opinion matters. And
right,
it's got to be an array of men from different ethnicities, spiritual levels,
right,
financial levels,
right.
emotional levels, to where they can just be like, okay, it's not just Shawn. Because I could say it all day. There are a lot of good brothers out there. There are a lot of good men out there. There are a lot of good women out there. But if it's just me saying it and they're not experiencing it, what is
Well,
it?
here's the thing about that, brother Shawn. When you say there are a lot of good brothers, there are a lot of good brothers at different levels, and there are a lot of good sisters.
Right.
In the same sense, I personally think one of the reasons why there are just so many challenges is because we tend to pick the wrong people, because our value system is different than our core values.
Right.
So we have a system, society tells you, oh, you need to be this, you need to be do that, you need to do this. You have the for the sisters, you have them other sisters in your ear who are, to some degree, may be completely self-destructive in their approach to men. And those are the ones that you're taking advice from. Those are the ones that you're taking suggestions. They're teaching you how to be alone.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I will say this: sisters that want to be married, you need to connect with some healthy sisters that are already married, and you need to sit down and have conversation with them. And I can guarantee you, they're going to tell you it's not always an easy road. But I want to get back to something else that you said about peace.
Hmm.
One of my motto is, in my home, you're allowed to add to the peace, but you're not allowed to take away from it.
Right. Right.
Now, what that means is I'm willing to let you in so long as you understand where I am. And guess what? While you're understanding where I am, I'm understanding where you are, which means I'm understanding the trigger words. I'm understanding the words that make you feel good. I'm understanding your approach to life. And I'm understanding, what makes you feel comfortable. Because when you're creating that peace, because we had to create peace in our own lives.
Yes.
So when you're connecting with someone, you have to make sure that they are open and mindful and want to create peace in your life as you create peace in their life. Now you're spending the time having different conversations. What do you like? What you don't like? In that, you are
Right.
mindful of how you approach things. One the thing that I love about my sweetie, she always tells me, you're always thinking about what you say. Yeah. The reason why I'm thinking about it is because I need to process it before I say it. Because I want to make sure that my words are not triggering you to make you feel insecure, feel unsafe, feel confused. I want to make sure that my words, my word choice is effective in a healthy, productive way. And I
Right.
think that all relationships are like that. And the thing that I will say is that she's the same way. Now, sometimes she has her moments, but I understand that. I understand that. Ladies are gonna have their moments. So will
Everybody
gentlemen.
has their moments, And yeah, everybody has their moments.
But can I say something on a more personal level?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, now check this out. There are times in a woman's life when her chemical balance may be off. When she's on her cycle, her chemical balance is going to be off. When she's pregnant, her chemical balance is going to be off.
Right.
There may be other things that will, say will create a situation where her chemical balance is off. If you are expecting that sister to be logical all the time, it's not going to always happen. Sometimes as brothers, and I'm learning this, sometimes we got to learn how to just chill and pay attention to those times so that we are creating an environment that even when she's going through that, it will help her to feel safe and comfortable. She can express herself and we're not taking it so personally.
Let me just say, you're good. Let me just say this real quick, because I know all the things you're saying. Listen, ladies, this man is taken, all right? He's taken. He's saying the right things because he's taken. He's taken because he's saying the right things. So no, I'm just joking.
Not just saying, but living the right things, bro.
And right, because you can talk, but you got to walk the walk. So Harvey, really quickly, let's do this really fast. Can you give them your social media, and then we're going to go into some other stuff. Give them your social media really quickly where people can find you, and then we'll start talking about the other things because, so where can they find you?
Okay, well, you can find me I'm on Facebook, Harvey Morris. Also, I'm a producer, so I have a gospel group called Harvey Morris in the House of Praise. I also have an R&B band, Deep Cover Groove, the Deep Cover Groove Band, which is also on Facebook. Most of my media is on Facebook. I am on Instagram. That's Harvey Morris. Harv Nice. You see Harv Nice there, and pretty much that's it, man. That's it. My social media is limited by choice.
Well, listen, yes, and thank you so much, man. First of all, thank you for being on the show. We appreciate you. And I want everybody to know that next week we're going to do some more things. So I want you guys to come back like you always come and support the After Dark show with Shawn Cornelius. And I appreciate Harv. Thank you so much, Harv, for coming through on this topic and having a wonderful time. We wonderful educational moments, and the people over on Facebook are enjoying it as well. So I'm Shawn Cornelius. We're gonna catch you back on After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. The people always, we communicate and we go a little deeper on our communicating. We talked earlier, and I know you as a songwriter, I know you as a singer. So let's get into that side of Harvey. Okay. Now, Harv, you know I'm the romantic funny man. I'm a lover type of dude. I'm not the lover. I'm a lover. And
I ain't mad at you, bro. I love it.
So I want the people to know about your other side. We met through some other wonderful, talented musicians, and I asked you to be a part of my Legends of Soul band.
Yes.
And you agreed, and Harvey brings so much energy to our shows. And I always kid like Harvey is the hyperactive kid in class. So always, everybody else is cool, but you always got to be looking over to see what Harvey's doing because there's always some noise coming from Harvey. And most of the time, it's him on his drums back there. But let me tell you this honestly, ladies and gentlemen, this brother is one of the most talented drummers that I've ever encountered. Not just a drummer, he's an entertainer. And I like to entertain people that know me. I'm a theater person. So our Legends of Soul shows are not just band playing music type thing. They're productions, and that's what I like to do. Harvey just released his latest CD. So please tell them about your latest CD, and then we'll go into about some of the tracks, and we'll see if you put some love on the CD, and we can talk about that kind of thing. Really.
All right. Well, first of all, my first CD I released in 2016. It's a gospel CD. It's called Harvey Morris in the House of Praise. You can go on Amazon, iTunes, Apple Music, Tidal. I'm Harvey Morris in the House of Praise is always there. I just released a song that I had sitting for a long time called "Lift Every Voice and Sing." You all know it. It's the anthem, and but I did it a little differently. And I hope that you all can enjoy it. Not just enjoy it, but the purpose of me doing it this way is because it's appropriate for our time. We have to stand up. We have to stand up, and we
Yes,
have to be accountable to ourselves.
yes, we do.
Because I'm gonna tell you, man, this is what we talked about earlier today about supporting each other. We have to support each other because other folks are not going to do it. I mean, they will, but not really. So it's the same way with modeling behavior. How can I ask someone to treat me with respect and I don't treat my brother with respect? How can I ask somebody to treat the women in our lives with respect and we don't treat our own women with respect? I refuse to call any sister the B word. I refuse to call any of my brothers the N word because that's not who we are. We are brothers and we are sisters. We are men and women, and even
Kings and queens.
kings and queens. That's
Yes,
if you choose to be a king and queen. See that we are brothers and sisters. Not everybody chooses to be a king or a queen.
that is out there for us. The option is there.
The option is there, but that's a choice that we have to make.
Sure.
And see, and it says, "To whom much is given, much is required." I don't want to get too deep in that, but that's a part of that. Now, I also released another song. Well, you have the song. It's from my CD called "The Song for My Wife." You have one of the tracks on there, one of the title tracks. When I wrote this song, I had my sweetie in mind, even though she was not physically there at that point. But I said I was going to write a whole CD concerning songs for my wife, and the CD is about the journey of relationships, what it's like when you first meet that young lady, and then after that, when you get with her, and then the challenges that you face and the love that you feel, and the questions that you may have. So
Right.
this song, this CD is about the journey of a relationships. So that's what we have, bro.
So wait, now the title, because the song you sent me today that we listened to that I love is called
Come Closer.
Come Closer. Now, if these folks, now, because you can always go to YouTube, because that's how I went and checked out the Lift Every Voice and Sing track.
Yeah,
But
you have, it's not even released yet, bro. You got the first joint.
I got it.
You got it.
So,
We breaking this song on your show tonight.
so Harv, I think Harv wants me to play the song for y'all. I believe that's what he's trying to say. So I might just have to do that. I might just have to do that because, hey, humbly speaking, it's my platform. So I have a producer or director telling me I can't play it, and it's your music, so we can have no problem playing it, right?
That's it, bro. That's it.
We're gonna do that. Excuse me, at maybe before the end of the half hour. Before the show, I'm gonna lock and load it because it's sitting right here in my. I don't want to. Yeah, it's on the computer, and I listen to it. So we're gonna do that now again because I love that. Look at D Rowe. Don't rush me, D. Don't tell me to rush to play this. Come on, play the song. She's my classmate. She always thinks she running things when it comes to this situation. I'm taking care of this, D. I'll play this song when I get ready. Now, got me about the show. But that's how passionate those supporters are at Harvard. That's why I said I love the people that come and support me, man, because
Right.
like, yeah, they're just, even if it's 6 people, 10 people, whatever, that's love. I take that as love. People can be doing what they do with their time, but they're sitting here listening to us, coming to support the show, coming to support my show. And it's a beautiful thing. That's what you talked about a few minutes ago, about supporting each other. That's why I say some people, I'm sure, because the eyes are on you. We talked about this too. When you're on social media, people are watching. They may not support like, you know what I mean? Some people will go through and just like your stuff to support, let you know that they got you.
Yeah.
We have to continue to do that. These times have not changed, but so much. People keep saying it's a different time. Yeah, to a certain extent. But the pattern of things are still happening, which is causing us to be where we are. So we talk about music on Monday night when you sat in on the Enough is Enough show.
Right.
How important music is. didn't get a chance to do much Evolve because the hour went by so fast. I wanted to ask you
Yes.
right now, without even thinking, about it, going into no deep. That's why I'm going to ask you the question really quick.
Okay.
Favorite song, your favorite song of all times, and why?
Never Too Much, because it's all about love.
Okay.
That's a no-brainer for me. I I love Luther Vandross. He's one of my favorite artists. I love not only his voice, but I love his lyrical content. It's so important that we have music that sends messages. That's the objective of my music. The objective is to send messages of love, messages of joy and peace. And we have the narrative on other things. At this point in time, I'd rather talk about love and happiness and peace and joy, because we can get all the other stuff. And you know what? Everybody else can have that. But if you want to hang out with me, it's about positive music for positive people. It's about healthy music for healthy people. That's my motto. Welcome to Tough Stuff Productions, where you can be the star you are. Sorry for that commercial, but I had to put it out there.
There's no shameless plugs on this. Oh, man, you do what you listen, man. This is why I have you on it, because I know there's so much that you do, so much that you have. Man, that's why I'm so happy about this scenario. But now I want you to become the host really quick for like two minutes, and I want you to ask me the same question the way I asked you how you asked me about your favorite song. So 3, 2, 1, action.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just have to ask you this question, Brother Shawn.
Okay, yeah, so go right ahead. Go ahead.
The question is this: what is your favorite song and why?
Let's Get It On, Marvin Gaye, because it's about love.
It's about love.
Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On has been my all-time favorite song, and I gotta let you know right now. Honestly, I just got a bass. I told you, and I'm playing the bass. Yes. I learned it on the bass. I'm playing on. I don't know all this, but I'm getting it. Marvin Gaye has been my favorite artist since college, and way back, because my mom and dad used to play Marvin Gaye in that old cabinet record player, and I started with the whole. I used to like his hits before that: Pride and Joy, Stubborn Kind of Fella, Ain't Nobody, all that stuff. But Let's Get It On epitomizes love, man, because it's basic. I don't like complicated, huh? I've been really trying. And we sing the song. We sing it all in all our shows, Legends of Soul shows. We sing and play it. So it's kind of, again, when you said that about Luther, it's because of the love in the song. Marvin, when he explained why he wrote it, he was in love, man. It's so simple. That's the kind of thing we need that we're missing today. And I'm not just talking in music. I'm talking in life in general. That simple love of people for people.
Right.
I mean, there's people in my life that I genuinely love that way. Just in the sense and the word of love, man. And it makes me feel good to talk to them. It makes me feel good to hear from them. Like you said, that Luther song. You've done the Luther song in our shows.
Yes.
So since we're on that level and that conversation about love as well, and I'm sure your lady is around the corner, people listening somewhere along the lines.
She's online. She's checking it out for sure.
Checking out the show, I'm sure. So he's saying his truths, and they're his truths, but all the right truths, But let's put you on the spot real quick.
Okay.
What's her favorite song and why?
Now you put me on the spot. Okay. All right. Well, I got to think about that, because we sing a lot of songs together. And wow.
So I'll pull you out a little bit. So
that's fine, because I just have to think about it, because we sing some gospel songs, and she just told me her favorite song, and I can't believe I didn't pay attention.
She didn't call me and ask me.
No, that's fine. Wait a minute, because I have to really think about that. But one of the songs that we that has become, well, it's my favorite song. In fact, she's texting me right now.
Don't cheat. No cheat.
1,000 kisses. See, listen. hey, 1,000 kisses by Prince. That's her favorite artist. Prince is her favorite artist. 1,000 kisses is one of her favorite songs. But I'm gonna tell you something. To me, her favorite song is "Come and Bless Me, Lord." There's some music that we've done together, and we have been focusing on that so much. But yes, she loves Prince. 1,000 kisses. That's her song. But "Come and Bless Me, Lord," that's the song, her favorite song that we had written together. You know, so yeah. So
like your daughter.
She just made sure I got the answer right.
She was watching. She definitely was. And you know exactly that was her. I was like, oh yeah, that's her. Well, hello.
That's what I was saying. I said, baby, please forgive me. Charge it to my head and not my heart, because I love you, and I want to declare I love you public. Listen, wherever. I love you. I love my baby. I love my queen. I love her. I just gotta say that, okay?
Oh God, that's hilarious, boy. She was right there on time too. Thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. Like, I remember those times when I was in a relationship like that, where everything was, that's where it was. You know what I'm saying? There's some ups and downs. There's some downs.
Yeah.
But I recall certain things why certain things ended wasn't really because it was just the timing and chemistry or whatever. But there were some beautiful moments. I've had some wonderful situations. You laugh, man, and you grow together. You love together. You grow your love making experiences. There's growth in that as well.
Yes.
And it gets deeper because love making, we know, is a part of the relationship. It's not the most important part, but it could be the important part on a Monday night.
Okay, hey, Brother Shawn, can I say this? I want to add something to that. Love making, the physical act of love making, is only a physical manifestation of what you do every day, every time you communicate. See, love, I try to explain this to brothers and sisters. You can't just see, when you're in the bedroom, if you're not making love, if you're not communicating in that kind of way, you're not making love. If you're not treating each other with that kind of gentleness and respect, you're not making love. When you get into the bedroom, you're just having sex. See, love making starts long before you get to the bedroom, bro.
Physical act of love making. Exactly.
Love making, the idea of love making is how you interact with each other, how you nurture each other, how you be patient. I mean, she can, like, even with this, me not remembering her favorite song at that moment, she could have taken that and ran with it and be like, you know what? You don't know me. You say you know me, this, that, and the other. But rather than that, because she loves herself and she knows that she can be patient with herself, she's taking the time to be patient with me. And I thank her for that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, me being the comedian, that might come up again in 10 years. Just be ready, Harvey, just in case the moment comes back. Because you ain't gonna remember, because we ain't good at remembering. But she gonna be like, remember that time?
Yo, 1,000 kisses, bro. I ain't gonna never forget that.
With Shawn, and I had to text you, but no, and that could be a beautiful memory as well, because you could be laying together, go, hey, you might go, hey, sweetie, remember that?
No, Brother Shawn, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make sure I kiss her 1,000 times.
Better.
You know what I'm saying? And every time I'm gonna be like, 1,000 kisses. 1,000 kisses.
And do 2,000 kisses.
2,000
brother, because that's what look, that'll be beautiful. And I'm so glad that I'm a part of this special moment. I'm so happy that I'm a part of this special moment with you and your sweetie.
Wait, this is supposed to be about us having this conversation.
Yeah, but listen, if you know women, you know that they're chiming in over on Facebook, and they're not even my women talking, or I don't have a woman, you know what I mean? But they are chiming in over here. I'm just not reading every comment. I could get.
Yo, you need to read some of those comments, Doc.
They're not really okay. Well, I'll get back to one. Shayna. Okay, Shayna says, "Hey, D says we appreciate a man's point of view." This goes back to when we were talking about needing more testosterone on the show.
Right.
And he was like, "Let's go." That's when she was trying to press me to play the song. I'm trying to, like, this is her show. you know, she and then she just gave points. See, this is where the estrogen teams up. She was like, point for the sweetie for the save. So she's giving your sweetheart points.
Hey, it's okay. I'm okay with that.
I got to keep some of them away from your lady, though, man. I don't want nothing. I got to do it. I'm a block for you on certain levels, but it's a beautiful thing. But you know, this is the kind of thing, the dialogue that I wanted After Dark to be, because we can come and sit down and we can fellowship.
Yes.
And we can communicate on different levels on things. And is like Deep just put up, good vibes. It's very good energy, good vibes. And they can tell you, I've been doing the show 4 weeks by myself, and you know when I pop on.
Yeah.
But this, I think I got it.
Yes, you do.
What I want to do. This is what I need for this After Dark to be. Every week, maybe 2 times a week, sit down with someone and communicate. Have these kind of conversations where people can watch and feel love, feel safe in the conversation.
Feel safe, yes.
And enjoy the conversation with grown-up conversation. And that's basically, you know me. This is all I am, man. I love this. This makes my night. This makes my energy. This is what it is. And you said something before about connecting with happiness and being in control of certain things. And we have to continue to understand when we're talking about loving ourselves, but you control your happiness.
Yes, sir.
Of your happiness. Be in control of situations. When situations happen, you decide how you're going to respond to them.
Right. And see, and we gotta understand, being in control means being in control of self. You cannot be in control of somebody else.
Exactly.
You know, that is a choice. Now, there's something else I want to add to that. The word of God says, for God so loves a cheerful giver.
Yes.
Now, we're not talking about finances. We're talking about when you're interacting with someone in love and you're joyous about it, they can receive that. Nobody wants to receive love from a negative place. You know, folks, they talk about they love you, and meantime they throwing food at you or making you feel bad about your whole experience. That's not what it's about. You know what I'm saying? If I love you, I'm going to say good words to you. If I'm loving you, I'm going to nurture you. If I'm loving you, I'm going to respect you. If I'm loving you, I'm going to be patient with you, even when it's uncomfortable.
And I'm going to build you up.
I'm going to build you up. Yes, sir.
That's what people don't understand. Some people don't understand. And you're inside a relationship. Everybody's not whole. Really, there's no one that's whole. So you have to continue to build and know you're going to get some building, and you're going to have to do some building.
That's right.
Again,
That's right.
Humble, no arrogance.
That's right.
Know that we are all imperfect people.
That's right.
So you have to continue to have that kind of mental and that flexibility and loving spirit.
That's right. That's right.
The situation to want to know, okay, well, you know what? When I meet this young lady, or I met this young lady, I know there's things that she's going to discover. I'm going to discover about myself, and I'm going to discover things about her. She's going to discover things about herself.
That's right.
We're not fixed yet. We're not whole yet. So leave some space for the building.
That's right.
Have some fun with the other stuff. Make sure that you do value love making and make it as important as other things on certain days. Maybe not every day, but Tuesday night, it might be a great day. And the love making is the thing that keeps you together for any particular moment.
Right.
That's just what I believe. It's not going to hold you together forever, but there might be a crack in the relationship going on a Friday night. And that connection, that physical connection you have makes it okay.
Yeah, but I want to say something. I want to say this about that. You know, we have to be patient with our loved ones, because not everybody's in the same place. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's in the same place. And one of the things that I think that's very important is that we have to ask ourselves, not only what is this person bringing to me, but what am I bringing to them? How am I an asset in their lives? How am I bringing a love and nurturing? Am I just giving them what I want them to have, or am I paying enough attention to give them what they need? You know what I'm saying? And what they want. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when relationships become a little more challenging, when you have to step outside of your comfort zone to accommodate. you know, and I'm not saying that it's a negative place. You know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, if your girl, if your woman, she likes going out and you like to stay in, what's wrong with saying, you know what, baby, I'm taking you out because that's what you like, you know, or in the lady's case, if she's saying, you know what, or if you're saying, baby, listen, you know, this is what I like. And she goes, you know, baby, I don't particularly care for that, but I'm gonna give that to you because I love you like that. That's what real healthy nurturing and relationships are about. That's what I believe anyway.
And then I'm sorry for putting my, but I'm getting ready to set up your song.
Oh, yes, no problem. Oh, yeah, let me tell you about that song, man. I just got to set it up. Now, when I created these songs, when I created this particular song, you know, it was like before my sweetie had come into my life. And, you know, it was just, I imagined all the things that I want to do with my sweetie when she got there. I don't want to do this with every woman. I just want to do with her. And she came into my life. And I'm glad to say that this song I dedicated to you, baby girl, because it's you.
boy, you know what to say, brother. You got it together. And I'm glad that you're using my platform tonight to tighten up your situation. It was all tight when you came. But listen, man, use me until you use me up. Go. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna go to this song, man, and I'm really, really, really happy. I feel like a real show, huh? Breaking people's music, you know, like educated type show. This is the first time, and I'm gonna play it just like that, and I'm gonna do a close-up. This is the first time you hearing this jam. This is Harvey Morris, and the name of this jam is Come Closer. Come Closer. So I want you to enjoy it. You're hearing it first. You're hearing it first here on After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. So
Shawn Cornelius.
You're soft and warm, smelling real good. You're making me feel in only the way you could. You make my heart beat a million times a minute. I'm anticipating, baby, how I'm gonna get it. My body's hot, I just can't wait. You're the food that's on my plate. Come on, baby, feed me all that good stuff. Got them juices flowing. I want your love. Come closer. And I want your body, baby. And you know I need you, girl. Come closer. I'ma show you what I wanna do. Are you ready? Say something. I never knew good loving can make me feel this way. The way your body's moving, girl, I'm here to stay. I thought it was just me, but now I'm seeing you. The love of one is now a love for two. I'm ready for you, baby. I want you to be mine. We can move real easy. We can take our time. I don't wanna rush. I just wanna love it. I want you to feel it. While I touch, come closer. I want your body, baby. And I love you, girl. And I'm singing yes, baby. Whoa, whoa. I want your body, baby. And I'm singing, baby, baby, baby. Come closer, closer, closer. I want your body, baby. And I'm singing, yeah, yeah. Come closer, closer, closer. I want your body, baby. I need your body, girl.
That's come closer. Well, hey, listen, you got some fire coming up on Facebook. Thumbs up. There's some fire. D says it's fire. Denise says thumbs up. And they'll tell you the truth because there's sometimes I put some of my music on during the show, and they'll tell you, they'll let you know what to do. I told them, y'all. I told them I heard Teddy, I heard Tank, I heard, I heard a mix of the old school and the new school, but I heard that rough Teddy gonna give it to you. Shayna throws up a heart. So you got 3 out of 3 conversations.
Thank you.
And, and you were back there singing it. I was flipping the screen so that you could get your own, your head, your clip when you were doing it. We ain't hear no bells from the sweetie, but I'm sure she appreciates it as well, man. That's
I had it muted. I had myself muted so I wouldn't be singing over the track.
Hey, man, listen, that's a hot track. I told you this afternoon when I heard it.
Thank you, bro.
Sweet, man. So I appreciate you letting me, be the one to break.
You broke that song, Shawn Cornelius, After Dark.
Harvey, man, it's been a pleasure. So
Like
once again, please I heard the bell that time. Please let the people know that because you got some new fans and some new followers. Let them know where they can find you, man. Please.
Okay. Once again, I'm on Facebook. You can go to Harvey Morris, and you'll see me there, Harvey Morris, or you can go to Harvey Morris in the House of Praise, where you'll find my gospel stuff there, and also Lift Every Voice and Sing. You can find my stuff on Amazon, Apple Music, Tidal. What's the other? I said Amazon Music. Yeah. So that's it. And listen, I'm praying that you all have blessed, wonderful night, and that God puts his protective shield around you and keep you and guide you, and Brother Shawn, I thank God for you, my brother. I thank God for you. You better keep up the great work, brother. And whenever I can be on your show again, please don't hesitate. I got some more music for you.
I'm sure you do. And what they don't know is we're gonna put some music together. You and I have talked about it. We've talked too much about it. We actually gonna be about it and work on some music together and put some wonderful things out because God has brought us together for a purpose.
Yes,
we
sir.
Don't know his purpose, but we know where he has us at right now.
That's it.
His purpose at this moment, we're gonna use his blessings and try to bless others with the gifts that he gave us. Brother
Yes, sir.
So much for being on the show. Also, thank your manager for chiming in when she appreciate her as well. And listen, everybody else, you guys know what it is, man. After dark, after Shawn Cornelius, we're gonna do this thing again, God willing, next week. I might even do it 2 times. This was such a success. I might do it 2 nights a week and try to put this on BronxNet television. And I love you guys. You know I love you. So thank you for continuously supporting me. You have someone else now new to go and support. Brother Harvey Morris.
Hey.
And God willing, we're going to be together soon doing another Legends of Soul tribute show and have our thing together, man. So Shawn Cornelius, as I always say in parting, please go with God in your heart. Have a peace of mind and have a wonderful, wonderful tomorrow. I'm the romantic funny man. Peace, blessings, and I'll see you around the corner. Good night, brother. Take care of yourself.
God bless you. Place principle before personality. Place principle before personality.
There you go. Take that with you to bed. Good night, y'all.
Bless you.